Okay, happy Thursday. I am beginning the day by changing my sheets. Thursdays are a very busy day for us. We go right from school and work to other things in the afternoon, and we don't get home until about a half an hour before bedtime. So I try to front load my housework on Thursday mornings to whatever extent that I can. I still have to get out the door by like 7:40, so it's not like there's a ton of time for this, but you're getting out of your bed and you're going to make it anyways. You might as well make it with fresh sheets. So I do like to do that first thing in the morning. Okay, next it is time to put in my daily load of laundry. And I'm curious, are you sick of me talking about laundry every day? Or are you feeling like, holy cow, this is magic. I've never been so on top of laundry in my whole life. I hope the latter. So keep doing that laundry every day. This is my load of clothes that I had started yesterday and now am finally doing because I did towels yesterday, and just makes such a big difference to do laundry every day. You're just never behind, and it's a wonderful daily habit. Okay, downstairs, I am just doing some quick post breakfast cleanup, trying to leave myself in a nice situation to come home to since it will be a later evening. And I know that I'm going to have work to do when I get back, but I don't want to have too much because I know my energy is usually depleted at the end of the day on Thursday. So this one takes a lot of rallying if I have a big kitchen mess too. So I really do try to stay on top of this in the mornings. After school pickup, my son has appointments and we don't get home until pretty close to his bedtime. So we do a little later bedtime on this day. So I have to be kind of organized about how I spend my time. We do have like a 40-minute gap between when he gets out of school and when the appointment is. So that's always when I do any kind of errands and that sort of thing. So today we're doing a haircut. And then I just take advantage of the time I'm waiting in the waiting room for him to do whatever kind of paperwork that I could do. So I'm just going to fill you in on what that is so that I'm not filming in a waiting room. But today I marked my calendar with things. So I called and shopped our homeowners insurance because that will be renewing here soon. So did some competitive quotes on that and decided to stay with who we've got. I did some calls to our insurance company for some things related to my son. I scanned a document in that I needed to send to one of the programs he's going to attend this summer. And I think that's pretty much everything. So that was the sort of paperwork sort of stuff that I needed to do and take care of. And and then I have an auto ship order from Chewy that comes every 5 weeks. So I just had to just verify that that was okay to ship. I get all of our pet supplies delivered to me because when our son was a baby, it was really challenging to carry him and carry 50-pound bags of dog and cat food without everybody getting run over. I don't know how you with lots of children and big families are doing this, but holy cow, I could not and still choose not to. So all of those supplies come to my door through Chewy. And that is the only thing that I subscribe to, really. So also on Thursdays, if I need to do anything that is an Amazon order, I have things waiting in my cart and I will place that order on Thursdays. I don't need anything from Amazon today, or rarely, honestly. But if I do, I batch those together because it's amazing when it sits in your cart for a few days, how much less you need. And so that's really just cut down on needless spending for us. Another thing that I do is I take care of what I call a weekly reset. So I clean out my purse, anything that needs to come out of that thing can sure become a trash bag. And then I also clean out my car. So as I was getting gas today, I went ahead and took care of any trash that was in my car. If I have time, I like to vacuum my car on Thursdays if that's something we need to do to kill time. I don't know if we'll have time to do that today. But that kind of just helps things stay, it's not clean in here, but tidy-ish. We also dropped off donations today, which was wonderful. So when I got home, I went ahead and switched the laundry over. And then it's honestly, there's not really time for even getting dishes taken care of or anything like that. It's just dinner, bath, bed. And then once that's all over, then there's more housework to do. And honestly, I'm usually done by, 8-ish, which is probably an additional 20 minutes or so after my son has gone to sleep. But it still feels like a lot of housework. And I think it's just because I'm pretty depleted from the day. So, if you feel like you're doing housework depleted, I mean, I'm sure there would be people that would tell you, like, it's okay, give yourself some grace and take a rest. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like I always feel better when I do it. So, I might as well just do it tired. And then I'll be super glad that I did it the next day and probably even in 20 minutes after I finish doing it. So, encouragement for you. I know that's not super self care oriented, but I think you'll be okay. And this is one day of the week where I do put a second load of laundry in the evening, and that is the sheets that I had changed earlier in the day. So, evenings like this that are super busy to begin with are one of the main reasons that I love my meal prep strategy because at least I don't have to come home and make dinner. I just have to clean up from dinner, and that is pretty easy since it is just rinsing plates that we ate off of and, rinsing the spoons that we use to add toppings to our fish tacos. So, definitely, this saves my life, especially on our busy Thursdays, but I'm just taking care of some post dinner cleanup, putting lunch dishes and such in there. One of the things I do, knowing that Thursdays are busy, is I have my son have hot lunch on Fridays. So that way I don't have to do a lunch for him, even if it was just packed in the fridge. It's just nice to have like one more thing taken off the list. And so I am pretty strategic when I'm thinking of my routine and, I tweak things and try things based on what really works. But I'm kind of gentle with myself. Like, look, it's not all going to happen if I have to do this every single night. So let's just always have hot lunch on Fridays. And then Thursdays are at least a little easier in some regard, which I think is helpful. The kitchen laundry bin is plenty full. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And I'll take that upstairs with me when I go. That way it's ready for tomorrow morning. And gosh, there's just so much chaos. My son like disrobed, so this will be perfect. I'll just put all of this right into the dirty clothes that I'm going to be taking upstairs. And I'm just doing kind of a quick tidy up. And honestly, a lot of this is toys. And I was eager for my son to go to bed at a reasonable hour. And so I am going to handle the toys myself. And to be honest, it's faster to do it myself, though I, on a very regular basis, have him help me with it. So don't judge. But I do just like to kind of go into the weekend feeling like I'm having a moment of my house being clean. It won't stay that way for very long, but it's kind of nice for it to feel like, okay, look at all this work I've done all week long. And I really do go into the weekend with basically only food prep to do and then just daily tasks. And so it's really pretty manageable. Now, even though Thursdays are a busy housework day, I do usually throw in a second load of laundry, which is the dirty sheets that I took off of our bed earlier today. And I just run those through the wash because that's such easy laundry. You don't have to fold it. And that way I can get these washed and thrown in the dryer before I go to bed. And then I have clean sheets that I can just put away in the morning. And then they're not like laying on my floor looking cluttery. And of course, no homemaking day would be complete without folding that load of laundry and putting it away. So I am doing that. And if you're curious, I definitely try to make this time enjoyable by like listening to a YouTube video or a podcast or something like that. Sometimes my son is taking a bath during this time, so I can chat with him or chat with my husband while I'm doing this, and my husband will help me fold and put away. In this case, it's just me here right now, and so I'm just enjoying listening, but that's a good way for me to kind of convince myself to do the task that I personally dislike the most when it comes to homemaking. So I do hope that this day has made things a little bit lighter and that you've enjoyed this challenge so far. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow on the Friday video.